way. It is an act of failure.
No, nature is a failure. It fails every fucking day. All right? It's a fucking, although there's no point. I could itemize the horrors, but they don't mean anything to you because you just wipe them away in your brain. They're all justified. It doesn't matter how bad it gets. You'll justify it. I could take every reality out there and I could double it as a horror. I could say, well, there's 2 million kids going blind from lack of vitamin A. I could increase it to 4 million and still mean nothing to you. I could make it 10 million and still mean nothing to you. Because you don't give a fuck about what it costs. Because you don't have to live as the Elephant Man. You don't have to live as a Chinaman in a coal mine who's gonna be killed in a collapse of the mine. You don't have to live any of those fucking lives. You don't have to live any of those horrors. So what the fuck? It's really easy for you, right, to just write it off and say it doesn't exist. It's not a real cost of life. You haven't even experienced your own fucking death, what might be completely horrible. It might take 3 years and it might be dismal and awful and miserable, and maybe after those 3 years you'd be saying, oh fuck, this sure wasn't worth it. There's no bargain here. You don't know. But don't tell me that I have to do what you do. Don't tell me that I have to take an eraser and pretend none of that shit exists. Fuck that.
To want to lock yourself away in a little compartment, hook your brain up to a machine so you can experience happiness.
No, it's more than just experiencing happiness. The point is, the point of the equation is we can't acquire it now in any volume. Most of our lives is mediocrity. You want to say that something else? It's mediocrity. Okay, and there's a huge ball. Well, there's also a pretty substantial ball of suffering and misery also tied in there, thrown in there. We watch each other die. We go through all kinds of really unpleasant experiences. And so you just want to say, well, it's all worthwhile because, we saw a pretty tree today or we smelled a little fragrant flower. What a pile of shit.
If you cannot sit there right now in your room at your desk and use your brain to make yourself happy.
Well, whatever. Like I said, you want to keep personalizing philosophy? There's no fucking argument. I'm not going to argue with this nonsense. All right? Happy, happy, happy. What the fuck does that have to do with reality? Reality is being productive and efficient. You want to say it's all about your personal happiness? Well, that's your philosophy. That's why I have no use for you. Because I don't believe that. I believe that all these consciousnesses count and all the states of these consciousness count. And that's what they have to build the equation out of. That's the net here. The net is what is the total human condition. And then the net is what is the total condition of all sentient creatures on this planet. And then you look at 2 billion years of evolution of those sentient creatures. And then you start to compile some sort of perspective about what the fuck is going on here. And then maybe you'll have enough perspective, and then you can sit there and start talking about this. But talking about this personal happiness shit is not motherfucking philosophy.
You're not fucking going to be able to hook your brain up to a goddamn machine and do it.
Well, of course you're going to be able to. I mean, there's nothing stopping us. We're getting deeper. We're getting past our senses all the time. Like I said, they have electronic ears now. They're going to have electronic eyes soon enough. It's just bullshit to argue that it's never going to happen and this can never happen. Bullshit.
Fact. You have to do it without the machine. You have to do it with your intellect. You have to do it with your conscious will.
Whatever. That's just nonsense. There's no fucking point in existing if that's all you're saying is it's just a delusion. We all should just be happy. Don't worry. Be happy. Fuck that. There's a reality here. It doesn't get cleaned. Like I said, I've said this before. The milk does not get cleaned up if everybody's happy that it's on the floor. All right? If it doesn't bother anybody, it's not going to motherfucking get fixed.
There's no fucking excuse to want to run away.
Well, whatever. What are you running from? You're running from the future. You're running towards nature. There's no fucking excuse to run into the hands of Mother Nature. Okay? No fucking excuse whatsoever. It's ignorant, crazy, loopy fucking forces, and the DNA molecule is run by two fucking ambitions: consumption and reproduction, you dumb ass. What are you running to that for?
No excuse. You stand. You face your fear. You face your enemy.
Whatever, that's your choice. Okay, you fucktards will face your enemy. You're gonna fly right off the cliff doing your facing bullshit. So go ahead. What the hell? I'm just telling you, I really hate that I can't get off this train. I really hate that I can't just say, all right, I'm gonna bail with my percentage of consciousness and put it someplace where it'd be safe, and you're going to sit there and fuck with it. I mean, there's no way. I mean, I can't stop you from reproducing, so you're going to keep creating human beings, and then one of them will turn out like me and say, what the fuck are all these retards doing? What the fuck are we caught up in this bullshit game for? We run around the same circle for thousands of years, accomplishing absolutely nothing. What the fuck are you people doing? But see, it won't matter. I can't control any of that. You're going to keep subjecting me to your insanity, your fucking addiction. And that's all that matters to you, is your goddamn addiction. You love the fucking chase. You love the cheese. And that's all you see. You just see the damn cheese. Cheese, cheese, cheese. That's all you can fucking goddamn see.
You goddamn UFOs coming down with space aliens in them. But you don't believe in any of that. Virtual reality is more of a fantastic notion than any of that.
Yeah, right. Like I said, it's just a matter of technology. It is inevitable. My argument is it's going to happen one way, it can happen the right way, or we can do it the wrong way. But if we survive through the next few decades, it's going to fucking exist.
Educational guru, and I'm here teaching you. But in Tirade 1, we learn that the answer to humanity's problems is not virtual reality. It's virtuous reality. And although...
Yeah, good luck with that. Like I said, good luck with that. You're gonna somehow suspend human nature to create your virtuous reality. We can't be virtuous when we don't even have much pressure on us, let alone... It's not gonna happen. There's no scenario for your virtuous reality.
Nature is the opponent. It creates selection events in which a species is selected based on its...
There's no point in talking about natural selection. I mean, I've done videos on that. Is there any point in arguing with you? You don't watch my fucking videos, obviously. I mean, there's no more natural selection for the human race. The invention of the condom eliminated that. I mean, it's over. That game is over.
Ability to adjust to mutations of both its own genetic makeup or the mutation of the environment it is in. Our environment is mutating now in the sense that there are more and more humans that are trying to live on this one planet, trying to coexist with each other. A long time ago, it was just a few, but now the environment has changed. The population is different. It's greater. It's more complex. That is our selection event.
Yeah, we haven't been selected yet, you dumbass. We haven't won the event. Okay, we're gonna blow it all to pieces.
We have to learn to deal with ourselves. We have to use our conscious awareness, our intellect, to solve our problems.
And where's any evidence of that happening? Where is it? There's no evidence of that happening. Not on an individual level and not as a social level. So fuck that bullshit. We're not up to the job.
And it is not going to be done by putting ourselves into a fantasy world.
Well, you can keep saying it's a fantasy world, but it's going to be a reality world. There's nothing. Technology will make it possible, and it will be done. Just as video games are they're becoming a bigger and bigger part of people's lives, not a smaller part, a bigger part. All escapism is, because that's what people want. They want a better life. They want to get out of the mundane horror that we exist in. So, you know, you fail. Your argument is crap. Most people want something better than they have. That's why they're fucking either drunk or on fucking drugs or in virtual reality now, in a sense, on the fucking internet in the first place. It's because reality sucks.